Hey, hello, and welcome back to my AuthorTube channel. I'm Autumn Ashley, and today we are going to talk about how well I did for the third quarter, as well as what goals I am setting for myself for the next quarter. We are just jumping right into it. So the most important thing that we're going to be talking about is the writing. So my goal for Q3, the huge main writing goal for Q3 was to finish draft 1. I didn't do that, but I have been documenting that entire journey. So if you have not watched any of those videos, I highly recommend checking it out. I will link the playlist down below. I use the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter structure for my outline, so I have been basing my chapters and my first draft off of the 27 chapters. Using that outlining method to say how much more of the first draft that I have started chapter 26. I have like a chapter and a half left of the entire story, and we are gonna be done with it, baby! Done with draft 1, and then we do all the other fun stuff that follows. I feel great. I am like so pumped for this story. I am ready to get this first draft written and done because I am ready to jump into the changes. There's a lot that has happened in this story. I'm ready to just start reading through it, seeing the garbage that I put on the pages, and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with these words and with nothing that makes sense. I am also super proud of the progress that I made with this story. So while no, I did not reach the main goal of finishing draft 1, I will say I am extremely proud of myself with the progress that I have made because I've never gotten this far in a story before. Overall, my feelings towards my draft and towards all of my writing for this past quarter was excellent. Of course, there were some lows and some highs, and I had to kind of adjust my writing to my work and my personal schedule and life. I feel like with all of the other stuff going on, a lot of my writing, it didn't suffer. I was able to still perform, and I was able to still do very, very well. And I have this under a personal goal, but since it is more writing related, I will talk about this too. So one of my other goals, personal / writing goals, is I wanted to sit down and write at least 3 times a week. That is something that I feel like I definitely did. If I didn't sit down and write for 3 times a week, I at least know that I was able to sit and do it at least twice a week. When I went into the third quarter, my total word count for this current project, Project Brina, aka To Save the King, was 24,974 words. And unfortunately, I did not remember to write down my current word count at the end of September, but I do know it was a little over 50,000 words. And I believe I documented exactly what the word was, exactly what the word count was in last week's vlog. My total word count for the entire document up till chapter 24 is 50,205 words. I wrote about 25,000 words towards this project, and let me say, that is freaking awesome. I am so proud of that. That might not seem like a whole heck of a lot to some writers, but for me and my process, that is kick man, like it is awesome. I am extremely proud of that. I am extremely proud of all of my writing goals that I set for myself. Moving forward, before I go off on a long tangent of all of that stuff, let's talk about my AuthorTube goals. This will be my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my poor little Twitter, and my website. On YouTube, which is like my main platform that I use, I don't remember how many subscribers I started with, but I wanted to reach 750 subscribers. Obviously, I did not reach that. At the time I'm filming this video, I have 692 subscribers, something like that. So I definitely didn't reach that goal. I really wasn't expecting to reach that goal. I just like sharing my journey, and anybody who likes my kind of content or enjoys being part of this writing journey, honestly, that's enough for me. I mean, it's just great to have other people that care about my content and care about my journey to self-publication. It's just something to strive towards. I like to have just kind of an end goal, which would be like the 750, but really, I mean, nothing happens if I don't reach it. I wanted to post 13 videos in the entire quarter. I did the math at one point, but I think it allows me to miss one upload every quarter. Y'all, I missed 3 uploads this entire quarter. It is what it is, but I only posted like 3 videos every month, which that's fine. I mean, life happens, things get in the way, or things pop up and they're unexpected, and sometimes something's gotta give. All right, moving forward to my Instagram. You guys, I passed 1,000 followers on Instagram. 1,000. There are 1,000 plus people out there that thought something positive about me and wanted to subscribe or follow me on Instagram. You know how touching that is? You know how incredibly awesome that is? There are 1,039 people out there that took the time to look at my page and follow me. I mean, that is just insane. That makes me so flippin' happy. And not only with people wanting to join my journey and to watch my journey, I have been posting more content, and I was becoming a little more brave with sharing bits and pieces of my work in progress. I post quite often on my Instagram story, which was something I didn't do before, but that was because I didn't have the app on my phone. But I only recently got the app, and I think I got the app maybe in the 3rd quarter. I can't quite remember when I finally downloaded the app. Now my poor Twitter. I am not a Twitter person at all, and it is so dated. That poor Twitter account, y'all. It's struggling. I'm just not a Twitter person, so it's there. It's just there. Honestly, I'm not really active on it anymore. And for my website, I do update my website every month. I think everything that I do with my website is perfect. I would like a few more people to be on like my newsletter list. However, I don't send out that many newsletters. It's not like beneficial to anybody. So I totally understand if people are not subscribing to my newsletter, especially since I'm not there to start advertising for work to be published or looking for an ARC team and things like that. So I understand that people would not subscribe to my newsletter. Now we're gonna move on to my reading goals. I had 6 books plus 1 beta read on my summer TBR. I only read and completed 2 books, but we're not gonna jump to conclusions quite yet. I dabbled into all of the books that were on the list, minus the beta read. I never got a chance to get to the beta read. So the 2 books that I read all the way through, The Shadows Between Us, and I don't have that hard book with me. Yeah, I don't have that hard book with me right now because my mom is actually reading it, because I was like, girl, you have got to read this book. The other book that I read was a buddy read with Brie Bonomo. This one was The 12 by Justin Cronin. With The 12, it was an audiobook. Brie Bonomo and I have an 1.5-hour long live stream actually talking about this book and breaking it down a little bit more, and I will leave that linked in the description box below if that's something you would be interested in. One of the other books that I had on my TBR was Into the Abyss, and it's a true story that happened to 4 men who survived a plane crash in Canada in October, and it was basically their survival, but you got to see all the other moving pieces. And honestly, I actually did a lot of research on this, just Googling and like getting up into like all like the 4 survivors, pretty much all of their beeswax. I was researching because I thought it was really fascinating. I was really intrigued. So I read a lot of the stuff just like through articles and online and in interviews and things like that. So I didn't finish the story because honestly I didn't feel like I needed to, because I knew how everything kind of turned out. And not that her writing was bad. Her writing style was different, but it was still a good read. And I mean, I probably won't ever read it again or finish it because I pretty much got the gist of it. So the next book on the list is The Dark Days Pact, which is the 2nd book in a trilogy called the Lady Helen series. And this one is by Alison Goodman. I knew I wasn't gonna finish it because it's a pretty thick read, but I believe I got to 170 something, I think. 176 out of like 500 pages. I will be finishing this one in the 4th quarter. The other one that I haven't finished, but I have like an 1.5 hours left of that audiobook, and it is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. And y'all, I love V.E. Schwab. I want to read more of this author. Please, I want it all. I'm going to finish that one in the 4th quarter. And I had 1 ebook on this list. It was The Keeper Chronicles. I'm still reading book 1, but I really would like to focus more on this story because from what I've read in the story, I really, really do like it, and I want to give it a chance. And for my beta read, I did not finish it, and I was a bad beta reader, and I didn't even start it. But luckily the deadline is at the end of the year, so I've got some time. And the last set of goals are just personal goals that I'm just going to run through real quick. I wanted to go through my closet and get rid of some clothes. I actually didn't go through my closet. I was scared to. I wanted to continue to eat healthy, and that is something that I did. The other thing that was on the list is I wanted to do yoga 2 times a week. That was something that I did. Now we're gonna move on to the fun stuff. The fun stuff we have to look forward to in the 4th quarter. For Project Brina, aka To Save the King, I have a total word count as of today, as of October 7th, I have written 51,654 words towards this story for draft 1. And in the 4th quarter, I want to finish the story. I want to finish draft 1 of this story, and not only finish this draft, but I also want to start developing the characters a little bit more, doing some research on the characters, and really nailing down some of the key things that happen in the story, and focus on those and start editing, start the revisions. But the main one for the 4th quarter is to finish draft 1. It is going to happen. I'm so excited. So excited, man. Let's go ahead and move on to AuthorTube goals. And I put another goal to try to reach for my subscriber count. I want to reach 800 subscribers in this final quarter of 2021. If it doesn't happen, it's really not that big of a deal. But it's nice to aim high. I do want to do 13 videos again, which would be, I think I can miss 1 upload in the whole quarter. I want to keep that, and I want to do at least 10 live streams. That is kind of a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to do 10 because I think I'm gonna take December off on live streams. For Instagram, I don't really have how many people I want to join this journey with me. I don't have a number, but I do have a number of posts that I would like to at least stick to. I do want to try to do at least 3 to 5 posts every month for my poor little Twitter account. I want to at least just update it. Just update it where it looks nice and funky fresh, because it does not look nice right now. It looks very messy and it looks old. It just to clean it up and make it look a little bit nicer. And for my website, I just want to continue working on keeping it updated month to month. I mean, if I gain a few people on my newsletter list, that'd be great, but if I don't, that's also okay. Now to the reading goals. My reading goals for this next quarter, which I believe is for my fall TBR. I am actually very excited for this list. So besides finishing The Dark Days Pack by Allison Goodman, I will finish this probably in a couple of weeks. When I'm finished with this, there are 2 kind of Halloween type spooky stories that I want to read. Not really spooky, but just, you know, I get Halloween vibes. I am going to read If the Broom Fits by the lovely Sarah Sutton. Sarah is one of my friends. She's also an AuthorTuber here in our community, and it's just supposed to be a cute little Halloween romance. Super excited for it. So this is on my list for my fall / quarter 4 TBR. And the other one I'm excited about is The Silent Patient by Alex. I'm gonna pronounce the last name wrong. I am not even going to try. It is about a woman who ends up murdering her husband and never speaks afterwards. And a criminal psychotherapist is pretty intrigued by everything. So I'm really excited for this read as well. Those are going to be reads that I would like to finish in October, but if not, they'll just spill over into November. And November, I have this one read. This is a monster. I have the audiobook that I will most certainly be reading, but since I have the hard copy, I figured I would show the hard copy. So it's Stephen King 11/22/63. This is about, I think it's a time travel where they go back in time to save President Kennedy from being assassinated. That's pretty much all I know about this, and I think it's a TV show. And to end out the year in December, I have a duology that was written by the lovely Trisha Lavin Seller, pronouncing that wrong 100%, but it's The Daughter of the Pirate King and The Daughter of the Siren Queen. Does any more need to be said? I think these are going to be great stories. I'm super excited for this. It says, readers should rejoice because we now have a Lady Jack Sparrow on our hands. The Lady Jack Sparrow is back, and she's fiercer and wittier than ever. I'm down. I'm game. Let's do this. It's 6 books on this TBR plus that beta read. It's the same number of books from Q3, but I don't think they're as beefy. Those are all my reading goals. I'm very excited for these. And for my personal goals, I want to clean out that darn closet because that darn closet needs to be cleaned out so bad. So bad. And I want to continue with healthy eating. I know with like holidays coming up, a lot of that stuff kind of just gets thrown out the window, but I really want to continue to eat healthy and to be active. I still want to continue to do yoga twice a week, and I want to be able to continue to work on my story, work on my writing 3 times a week. All right, my friends, I think that is everything we've got for this video. I'm pretty excited for this 4th quarter. Going into it, I feel really great about it. I'm ready to get some writing, some reading done, some personal things, but let me know one goal that you had reached for the 3rd quarter, and what's one new goal that you're going to set for yourself for the next quarter, or if you even do quarterly goals. If not, what is one goal that you want to complete by the end of the year? So let me know, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you would like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!